everyone. Welcome to my little corner where there is no wrong way to play with paper. Hope you're having a great day. We are going to do Collections Obsession along with my Through the Rainbow hop. So I'm going to start out with the Through the Rainbow and we're going to do that, and then I'm going to cut away and we'll come back and do Collections Obsession. It'll make sense here in a minute. I have a plan. I really do. Okay, I'm pretending to have a plan. All right, so Through the Rainbow is with Miss Jeanette. You guys, you know I'm going to say it. Everything is in the description. Through the Rainbow is where we started out taking one color a month and you focused on that. That was the first year. This is the second year where we're doing the in-between colors. And this month we are doing the color copper. And so copper or, some kind of metallic. I can't remember what it was. I don't remember. I'm going to go on the copper vibe. So all of the creators are using that color and or that, this year we did wood grain, we did ledger paper, the in-between the colors that we all have in our stash. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it because I don't have a lot of metallic-y paper. I purposely don't because I don't care for it. That's me personally. That doesn't mean you don't, and that's okay. So I'm going to use, bronze. That was the other one. Copper or bronze. I'm going to use this burnished bronze Nouveau Mousse. And the way I'm going to use it is I'm going to take this beautiful cut file that my scrappy friend Michelle, one of my captains over on Ginger's Corner, made for me. And I'm going to use it to color this. We'll do it together. Jeanette has created, she's the creator of Through the Rainbow, and she came up with the whole idea. And I just want to tell her a huge thank you for the last 2 years of allowing me to be a part of it. Now, when my Nouveau is dried up like this, I just squirt a little bit on here, and then I just use it on my finger. That's my favorite way to use it. So Jeanette over at the Girl Cave, that is her Facebook group. Definitely go and join her. She has some of the best, and I do mean the best, creator content ideas and ways that she goes about things. She mixes a lot of new and old, and that goes for all of the girls that do the Through the Rainbow, right? Like, they truly are so creative. Like, I cannot say that enough of how creative they are. And I am so inspired. So please go check them out. Please, please. I would love it if you told them I said hi and I sent you over there, because they truly deserve more credit than they get. They truly, truly do. Jeanette is probably one of the funniest people I know. She truly makes my happy spot just shine. She brings me so much joy. She makes me laugh. Love her. Okay, so I'm just going to keep on basically coloring, but with my mousse. Now, you can do it and make it chunky. I don't think I want to do that because one, my mousse is already dried up. It so frustrates me. I've talked about this recently. I don't know which video I'll post first, but pay so much for these products and they just wither up into nothing. It's kind of ridiculous. But you could do this in many different ways. If you wanted to give it some texture, you could use the putty knife and get into it. I'm going to use it just to color this beautiful cut file in this bronze before I make a base with my Collections Obsession and we play around. Should be a lot of fun. You know, we got to use these products we have. Definitely. Paid good money for them, and products ain't getting no cheaper, that's for sure. Ain't getting no. There's some grammar that Southern's coming back. Ain't getting no. Oh. Okay, so I've done the outline of the skull, the buffalo skull. And I want to send a huge shout out to Michelle. She knows I do not have a way of creating cut files on my own, and she's always so sweet. She's just, I just love all my captains. They just spoil me rotten. Now I'm going to do the little feather spurs here because later I think I'll embellish them with some beads. And then the strings, I'm going to color black and or brown. I haven't decided. And then I'm going to color these feathers each different. From there, we'll start Collections Obsession and I'll show you the papers that I'm going to use. And I'm going to take a bunch of those cut aparts with all the different colors, and I'm going to back this cut file. That's my plan anyway. Oop, that one got a little bit more. So you know what that means? We have to have some more over here. Okay, so let me go create a base, come back. That'll give this time to dry. And I will color this, and I will back this with the papers. I'll talk about all of that, and we'll hang out together. All right, hang in there. All right, so I've done the mixed media part here with the Nuvo. I also backed it. Now, I don't know if you paid attention or not, but I used the back side of the paper I knew I was going to back it with. That way it wasn't wasting anything, and it was a white cut file. So if you use a colored background and you're doing a white cut file, and you're doing some type of coloring or whatever, if you do white on white, it's not going to show up, and you're going to have all those little spots that you missed. Where if you used a color scrap, you'll be able to see the parts that aren't done yet. So just a little FYI. I'm doing this photo of my in-laws, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. Now my mother-in-law has since passed, but her entire home was decorated in native. She absolutely loved it. When she passed on, my husband and I received a lot of it. So I love this. I love this paper from this month's kit from the Kiwi Lane for Collections Obsession, which Scylla runs that over in the Crafty Lower No Spin Facebook group. So definitely, again, everything's in the description. You guys know I'm like a broken record, right? But I really want you to go check out everyone else. So anyway, this paper is from that. These cut aparts are from it, and I kind of already know what I'm going to do. You know, I've said lots of times, like when I did the cut file series with MK Gun, the cut files do the work. You don't have to do a whole lot. You truly, truly don't. But I still used my stencil. In this month's Kiwi Lane kit was this rose stencil. So I used that, and I cut it out of, I got 3 of them out of one cut apart. Can you believe that? So I did that. And then I also took this, I went over, I just laid this, and I used this as a template, and I took my Nuvo mousse and a putty knife. I already went and washed everything, and I put a layer. Now, if you look at these, now I've inked them. They're still drying just a hair, and I took them, and they are raised. I don't know if you can see that that's raised up or not, but it gives it a little texture, okay? So my thinking is that I want to put a line of flowers because Barb's, her name is Barb. Barb's favorite flower was the rose. So I wanted to honor that. Okay. So what's going to happen is this cut apart's going to go right in here. Now Barb, she, I don't know that she knew it. We all knew it, but she had a lot of anxiety, and leaving her home was very hard for her. Like, it was very, very hard for her. So her happy place was at home with her family. That's where she wanted to be. It's where she loved to be. And she absolutely loved her family around her. So this is very appropriate paper. It says casa and our place and grows here, meaning love, I'm assuming. So I definitely wanted to use this paper. And because she always honored the native heritage, and it just meant so much to her, I wanted to use this cut file. Like, as soon as Michelle said this, I'm like, oh, I know what I'm going to use this for. I'm going to use this for Miss Barb. So what I'm going to do, lots of times you will see skulls with a lot of flowers on them. So I'm going to mimic that. And now I could have chose to do a different color. I didn't want it to stand out a ton, but enough that it mattered. Okay, might have to layer. And I will put anything up on foam that I need to make this work. Like so. Then I want to use one of these sentiments. Part of me wants to use Wild at Heart. Maybe over like that. I could do Let's Stay Home. I could do All My Heart, or I could do Right Now. I like the gold because we're supposed to be using copper, right? For Through the Rainbow. I could do Right Now. Is that how I want it to be? I like that, actually. Then I took a punch. I have this EK Success punch. I don't think this one is in my Amazon. It might be. I'll try to find it and try to put it in there. That link is in the description too, if you want. I love this. When I'm making flowers, I use it all the time. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually tear these. I'm going to ink these. Inking makes all the difference in the world. This is actually a very simple, I mean, honestly, off camera, this has taken me quite a while, but that's where the work is, right? The cut file, the inking, the cutting out, the mixed media. So it doesn't need a ton of embellishments. I think I'm gonna maybe put this one right here. Okay, like that. And then maybe I can tear these off. And I made this out of scraps from a different page that I did. Thinking maybe of putting these, now I'll ink them, and going like so even. I like that. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. Now, the only other thing I want to do, I am going to leave this journaling to my husband or his sister, whichever one wants to do it for me, because they might remember when this photo was. You are going to see me be doing a lot more photos of my extended family because I need to get them done. All the way from heritage to more recent. I kind of like Wild at Heart. No, we're going to stick with right now. I like the way that looks. The only other thing I want to do is I want to take my flat back 3mm gems that I absolutely love. These for sure on Amazon under my favorite things. And I'm just going to do a lot of different colors. I'll probably stick with some of these here tones. And I am going to put a couple inside the roses. I did take a little bit of this mixed Nuvo and with my finger, like I did this, and put inside of there. It just looks a little darker because this was a peachy red paper. But I'm going to take some gems and put here, maybe a couple on the twine elements. And that's all I'm going to do, you guys. I might ink the whole thing in black just because I've inked all these other elements. So let me go glue it down. I hope it gives you some ideas. Definitely don't be afraid to use your templates to color, to do mixed media. I mean, they're stencils. That's basically all they are. And that's what brings them to life. I mean, this cutout on its own really didn't even look like a flower. It truly didn't. It's also, that's how I like to use metallics. You know, this time we're doing copper and we're doing copper or bronze. And for me, I don't keep a lot of those papers around. I don't enjoy that metallic-y look, but when it comes to mixed media, almost all my favorites are metallic colors. My favorite mixed media color for Distress Spray is this antique bronze. I mean, it really is. So I might even do, maybe we should do, yeah, we're gonna do some mixed media. I'll just take it out, shake it up, and I'll do the dabbing. Maybe even just on this here. I don't know. We'll see. Well, when I come back, I'll have decided. All right, hang in there. I'll be right back. Right, I got it all glued down. I did ink the edges. I did add all the little gems. I'll put close-ups at the end. Now, how many of you, so I was scrapping online, like FaceTime with my scrappy friend, and she's like, those look like jalapenos hanging from there. So I took some feathers, and they did, and that's all I could see, right? But I already have this glued down, so if I wouldn't have had these glued down, I think I would have like fringed cut them and given them some ink and some dimension. I probably would have done that, but they were already glued down. These, my scrappy friend, I believe it was Carol, sent me all the way from Canada. And I pulled out some of the ones that had that little metallic. It matches this as well, so I'm okay with it. Now, I could take a little bit of metallic like this, but yeah, so they still kind of look like jalapenos to me, but it's already done. So, you know, sometimes that happens. I mean, I don't think it looks bad. I like it, but definitely now that's all I can see. How many of y'all have seen jalapenos? Jalapenos. All right. So I want to thank Jeanette for the wonderful, wonderful 2 years of Through the Rainbow. That is another hop that I am not going to continue in 2024. But I do know that she has some other things coming up, and I will be participating in other things. Again, Collections Obsession, I will finish it throughout this year, but it is not one that I'm going to continue. Because like I said in the last Obsessions collection, I have things that I want to share with you guys, and I'm still going to be doing hops and honoring and celebrating other creators, but I want to do some of my own stuff too. So I'm definitely going to do that. And I want to thank everyone who watches. Make sure you're checking out those links. These two collaborations series that are month to month. They are amazing, and I have learned so much, and I will still continue to be a viewer and a fan. I'm just not going to do content and be obligated, because once I obligate to something, I do my very best to keep that up and do what I committed myself to. So that's just a me thing. I mean, they are wonderful people, and they would probably allow me to skip now and then, but I just can't. I would stay up at night. I would. So enjoy the close-ups. I hope you do. I hope you're inspired to use your cut files, your mixed media, your bronze, and all of that good stuff. And be blessed. Have a good day. Bye-bye.